Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a progression guide in Lightbringer, how to get up to tier 2, all the tier 2 bosses, and beyond that. It can be a little bit of a grind and it can be difficult to get up to tier 2, so I wanted to give you a simple process to get up to tier 2. Alright, so you started your character, you have, at the very beginning, you chose your class, and you're going to start out just at 130 power. Everything's based on power. What quest you're able to go on is going to be based on that power. So you have 130, and it's automatically going to start you out on the first beginner quest, and that beginner quest is going to give you a beginner weapon, chest piece, and leg piece. Go ahead and equip that equipment. That'll get you up to 230, and that will give us the ability to do all the or most of the tier 1 dungeons and boss fights. So we've got the beginner gear in. Now we're going to want to fill out the rest of these slots. We can't fill out this sub-weapon slot, but everything else we'll be able to fill out. And to fill it out, we'll go to Tent of the Bandit Leader, and we can get boots, chest piece, pants, amulet. Uh, so go ahead and do that quest. It'll only take a couple minutes, and then you'll get some loot right away. Fill up your character as you go. The stronger you are, the more stuff you'll get. The other quest that you can do, starting out, there's only 200 power, is the Cottage of the Old Witch. You can get better weapons, better than your starting weapons, some gloves, some helmets, and some rings. All right, once you fill all your character slots with with basic gear and replace that beginning gear, so replace the weapon, the chest piece, and the pants with that beginner stuff, you should be around 5 or 600 after that, because you should have gained a couple levels. This is just a level 1, so he's only at 475. But once you have gained a couple levels, equipped all your gear, you should be up around 5 or 600 power. Alright, so what do we do with the gear that we're not going to use? Well, everything that's a 0 star, 1 star, or 2 star, we're going to want to dismantle. So dismantle all the non-3 stars. Now, I'll leave a link in the description below on on relevance and what the 3 stars mean and how to dismantle them. It's a little bit complex, but I gave a simple guide on how to go through and dismantle all that stuff. Just consider all the non-3 stars junk. All right. So now the next step is to gear out our character. Make sure that all the gear slots are filled with 3 stars. Don't have any no stars, 1 stars, or 2 stars. And you can go back to that other video and check it out, how to ensure that we're not going to upgrade some 1 star or no star gear, because now it's going to cost us some elemental stones to upgrade each piece, and it's going to take 80 elemental stones to get up to blue, which is level 6. So we're not going to want to level up an inferior piece of gear. Only do the relevant gear, the 3-star gear. Don't worry about what the subclass is, just as long as your character can equip it. If you want to be real specific, then you can make sure everything is to one specific subclass. You can do that, and that'll save you some time later on. But if you upgrade, let's say it's a bard or an assassin, that bard piece you could put later on to another bard, or you could sell it. It's going to have value no matter what. All right. So now we've started to get everything up to blue. You should be getting close to 1,000, maybe 1,100 power now. And we're going to be getting a lot more loot back from our quests, a lot more resources back. So the next part is a big grind. Now we're just going to try to get up to level 30. It's going to be a while to get up to level 30, but that's our next goal. In the meantime, while you're trying to get up to level 30, you might encounter a banner. Now each class has a banner. There's fighters, rogues, sorcerer. If you use that on your skill, you'll get 100 power for that banner. And then you can get another 100 power for 2 banners, and then another 100 power for 3 banners, and on like that. While we're questing and getting elemental stones and doing dungeons, we can start to upgrade our blue items to purple. Now each upgrade is going to cost 519 elemental stones. Alright, so now we get to level 30. We have in between 13 and 1500 power. And the first thing we want to do once we get to level 30 is go to the Dark Ancient Temple. This will allow us to evolve our character. It's a one-time quest, and it'll give us these blue shards. So go ahead and do that quest. It only takes 7 minutes and 30 seconds. After you do the quest, we're going to go ahead and evolve our character. Once we evolve our character, provided you've got some 3-star gear that's relevant to your character, you're going to start to get up between 1900 and 2100 power. Now, if some of your equipment is not relevant from before for a different subclass, go ahead and take that off and try to fill those slots with 3-star gear for your subclass and level it up. You could, that gear that you did level up previously that's not for your subclass, you could put onto another character, sell it if you can. And now we're going to try and get all 3 stars specific to our subclass. So once you get all 3 stars specific to your subclass and all your slots, the next thing you're going to want to do, once you've got 2000 power, is get your sub-weapon, your offhand weapon. You're going to want to go to the cult site. It requires 2000 power to do this quest. This quest is repeatable, and it gives all the offhand for all the subclasses. So there's 9 subclasses, all of them are there. And it doesn't matter which one you get, equip it as soon as, for your subclass, as soon as you can, 0-star, 1-star, 2-star. But don't upgrade it until you get that 3-star. Only upgrade to 3-star. If you want, you can go on the marketplace and look for the 3-star and see if you can find it. They're usually, the tier 1 items usually sell for 1 light or less. Or you can just keep doing this quest until you get lucky enough to get that 3-star specific to your class. Once you do get it, go ahead and upgrade it as soon as you can. So now you're starting to get up there in power. You're going to need to start farming some elemental stones. One thing to keep note of when you're farming these elemental stones is that you do get a one-time bonus if you can sustain that shrine for 50 rounds or more. Or if you can do 100 rounds, you get a bigger bonus. But you should be able to get 200 to 300 elemental stones per run. It is going to take about 2 hours per run. So it's going to be another grind to get, because now we're just going to keep leveling our character and keep leveling our equipment. The next step is to get our equipment up to level 15 or upgrade it to orange. To go from purple to orange, it takes 3,500 elemental stones. Try to focus on your weapon and your sub-weapon first. They'll give you a bigger boost in power than your other items. Then, now that you're up around 2,500 power, and you've got a bunch of orange slots, maybe you want to evolve some of those orange slots, maybe you got some extra resources, you can go to the Light Ancient Temple. It's right next to the Dark Ancient Temple, and this is also a one-time quest that you can do. Only requires 700 power, and you will get these green shards. These green shards are used to evolve your items. If you evolve your item, you're gonna start back at level 1, and now it'll get more power the second time around, but you're gonna have to unlock all those attributes again and unlock that skill at level 15 again. Alright, so one of the great things about getting up to level 15 is you unlock the skill of that item. All the tier 1 items have disarm as their skill, and that's great because all the tier 2 bosses all have a sensitivity to disarm. So every item that you have on your character is an extra 75 power. So while your character might be, like this character, this warrior is at 3748, with the skills and elemental sensitivity, their effective power goes up to 4,302. And now they're able to do this boss fight. It takes 4,200 to do it, and this is all tier 2 equipment now. So now you can try and start to get that 3-star tier 2 equipment. Alright, that's it. That's how you get up to tier 2. It's going to be a grind, and then, well, the whole game's a grind. So, but that's a quick and easy way. You could probably get up to tier 2, I'd say, probably either 3 to 4 days to a week, depending on how much you're playing. But yeah, if you follow the guide, it shouldn't be too tough. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.